So I'm on this healing journey, and I often come across other creators, others who are on their healing journey, or those who, help you along your own. So I was listening to one particular person, and he said something that really resonated with me. He said, "Your glow is activated when you're standing in the dark." Your glow is activated when you're standing in the dark. I started thinking about that statement and realized that it's when we go through our trials, it's when we stand in the lesson that our light is activated. We learn our healing through going through something, right? We learn what our blessings are to be after going and standing in these dark spaces. That we finally awaken to whatever it is that we're looking for, we need, right? To feed our light. The light is then activated because now it's an awakening taking place. It's activated. Before you stood in the dark, you could not see. You were blind. You didn't know which way to turn. You had no guide. But it's only when the glow is activated that you can see your way. Your light has to become activated. There's a reason why we go through the things we go through sometimes. Sometimes it's for our own good. Sometimes it's for our own good and the good of others, But there's an awakening that takes place that is so beautiful. Through the pain, through the darkness, through the trials, through the suffering. We often question, like, why do I have to go through this, God? Why do I have to experience these dark things? Why me? And the short answer to that is because whatever is in you that allows you to make it through, whatever was placed in you, God already knew you was going to be strong enough to go through this. Because look at you now, you made it out. That's in your past. What you suffered through, you were victorious in already. You're already standing in the victory. How strong do you have to be to have a story like that? I mean, we often perceive things like, that victim mentality of, why me, Lord? Why? Why not you? Why not you? And I'm not saying, you deserve to go through those things. That's not why I say that. I say that to say, why not you? Why not your strength? Why not your courage? Why not your light? There is something inside of you that is so bright that it illuminates darkness. It destroys and transmutes darkness and creates light, energy, joy, love, peace, healing. That is the strength of you. To walk through these immense struggles, these challenges, these barriers, and come out whole. You don't come out broken. You came out whole, standing in the victory. You made it. You beat the challenge. Because that thing was set up to break you. You know that, right? That thing that you went through was set up to knock you down and to make you feel like you couldn't get up. that it was game over. You lost all of these rounds. No, but instead, you were defiant, okay? You was a rebel. A rebel with a cause, okay? And the cause was your healing. Other people's healing. A testimony. A victorious testimony. And you may not even have wanted to get up, right? You may not have felt strong while you was going through the process. You might not have felt like you was being victorious at the moment you was going through what you was going through. But look at you now. You are now standing in it. Take a moment for us. Just take a moment for a second. Give yourself some grace, compassion, and credit. Because I don't think you understand what you just came through. Okay, all that you've been through. I don't think you took time to recognize your battle scars. Okay? You have a warrior spirit of light. You do. And there is nothing stronger but God, right? But God. And that's in you. That same strength was placed in you to be able to walk the walk that you just finished. And listen, each level of this game, right? Because the system is a game, right? And we trying to figure out the code, right? We go through these lessons to learn something, because with each level that you go through, each era that you're standing in, you know you're progressing, right? You either staying stagnant or you're progressing. But you, who I'm talking to, have progressed. You keep moving up these levels. You keep climbing these ladders. You keep beating these levels, these challenges, these lessons, and keep turning them into blessings for you. Positive changes, whether you see it or not, at that moment, know that they are happening. The growth is happening. You look at yourself year after year, right? When you're younger, when you're small, right, you see the growth, right? The physical growth. You see the emotional growth, the maturity that you go through, right? Because we start off as little infants, newborns, babies, and we can see each year you get taller, you might get stronger, you might get more wiser, you go through levels. As an adult, we begin to see less and less of the physical growth, right? Because once you reach a certain height, you pretty much stay that height. Once you, receive education, you can keep growing in that and you can see. But once you're, fully wise in your experiences, it's hard to measure those things, right? Once you become an adult, once the stagnation starts happening, right? To where things are less changing in front of your eyes, right? So the spiritual growth is a little different though, right? Because it's not the thing that can be measured as easily as physical growth. However, you can see it on a person through their light, through their energy, through their actions, through their words, right? Through their aura, through this radiating of light upon them, because you see it in their personality, you see it in their characteristics, you see it in different ways, right? You see the growth. They're not who they used to be, right? Who the world used to see them as. They're changed in some way that's sometimes unrecognizable to a lot of people that still see from the world's eye view, but they've grown, they've progressed, they've been through some things. You can tell through the way they talk about it, right? Through their experiences, you could tell. But here's the thing. In order to become that person, In order to achieve that level of light over yourself, you have had to have stood through so much darkness. You had to go through some things to be as experienced as you are now. And I just want to say I'm proud of you. I'm proud of us, right? Because just like you, I've stood in these dark spaces and, I've had my moments where I've felt the break. But I didn't stay in that energy because I got up and I kept going. I got up and I felt purpose. I got up and I said, okay, level 1 complete, level 2 complete, 3, 4, 5, 6, 20, 30, 50 complete. Let's go. What's next? Because what you realize is that as your light increases, so does your confidence in it. And it's not from a place of ego. It's from a place of trusting in spirit, trusting in the fact that you have reached a level spiritually, emotionally, mentally, to where you trust your instincts. You trust what is put inside of you and given to you. The direction, the guidance. You trust it. It's proven. The victory is the proof. The growth is the proof. The glow is the proof. The positivity is the proof. The healing is the proof. So if you have those days, and listen, we're human. You're going to still have those days even as you're going through this journey where you feel knocked down sometimes, but know that in you is the will to get right on back up. Okay? You gonna get right back up. and that's the part about it. When he said the glow is activated in the darkness. You gonna have the will to see, baby. Your light is gonna shine bright enough to guide you on home, okay? Straight out the struggle and always into the victory. So that's all. That's all I want to say today. Is you already in the victory. So don't ever be afraid. Don't ever be afraid to walk through dark spaces. Because you got enough light, baby, to guide the way on through. You the leader, okay? Know it, live it, mean it, activate. I love you all. Bless you.